Thanks, Toby. Fire, fire, fire on the mountain. Thanks to Audible. Fire, fire on the mountain. Fire, fire on the mountain. I could conceivably, like with all songs, I need a little tiny bit of practice with them. I haven't even. I mean, I know it kinda, because I've heard it, but actually performing it, you get that muscle memory stuff. That works with the throat too. I'm pretty sure. Fire, fire on the mountain. Fire, fire on the mountain. Fire, fire on the mountain. Thought it was. I just wasn't projecting enough. Oh, so this is it. This is my last stream for the night. I'm gonna have to wait for that video tomorrow. You gonna post that tonight, or you gonna post that tomorrow? Oh, Benito. I gotta watch for that mute button. I keep hitting the mute button accidentally. Luckily, Toby was able to go, hey, dude. Fire, fire on the mountain. Fire, fire on the mountain. How are you, Benito? I hung out at Steve Cutler's stream. He has long streams. He was showing off his new guitar, the Timmy 5000. Darn mute button. Well, it's just because I'm not. When I'm moving like the thing, like finger occasionally graze it. I'm excited because Toby's waiting for his girlfriend to get home so she can take a picture of the unbagging of the shirt. So that means there's gonna be a video, and I'm like excited to see how he sets it up. So I'm excited about that. Legendary Sparky has retired for the evening, and after Steve Cutler's stream, he said, well, if Kevin isn't streaming already, he probably will be after this, and he was correct. He was absolutely correct. So I figured, what the heck? I come in, I do another 20 minutes to an infinity. Depends on how things flow. Let the universe breathe. That's higher. And it looks like the heat wave is just about over. Let's see. What is the weather tomorrow? Yeah. Today was Wednesday, high 92. And tomorrow it drops down to 69 degrees, dude. 69, dude. So it looks like we're in the 60s and 70s. So that's pretty good. That means I don't have to be so fearful of going outside. I went out, but I wasn't like out for lengths, as I know. Much better. Dude, I love having that collegiate humor. It's amazing because it's a Wednesday night. I know my mother is probably getting home from trivia. She does trivia with her family down the road at Hank's restaurant, and they have a few drinks and they play trivia. And it's been kind of a regular thing they've been doing like for years. And so I'm sure that's over though. And they return back home to the roost. But there are winners and there are losers, and I'm curious to know if they've won or not. Hello, that fox. Said, wait for it. Said, wait for it. Said, I. See, it went through the nose there. That last little bit. So yeah, I figured I'd do my final stream of the night, see how things went, Fox. They say that you should do things consistently. Well, I've been consistently doing things multiple times a day. I'm willing to work hard and put in the hours and the effort to get my stuff up to snuff. Missed something so off there. Amazing. What a little. You have to go to bed? All right. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. See you sometime in the near future. It's more like guitar ASMR. Kind of. It's funny because, in a lot of cases, like the music that I put up, like one of them was just a track of like leaf blowers, for a minute because I happened to be around and they were blowing leaves. Like um, bunch of people were blowing leaves all at the same time. They all had leaf blowers. And it was such a soothing noise. I was like, oh, I'm going to capture that. And I'm like, well, I'll include it as a song. It's because once I started doing really, really short tracks, then it started flowing different. And I started composing things kind of as ASMR. Oh, excuse me. So that all kind of fits. And I used to really be into new age music when I was growing up. I used to listen to Tangerine Dream and Andreas Wallenlieder. And they had one section where it was like, where it went from like him strumming a harp to it was Welcome to the Bamboo Forest. And it was like 34 seconds of just like bamboo sticks like hitting each other, beep, 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 click, 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 boop, 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 boop. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because it takes you on a little journey. And so I started putting my albums together that way. Like, okay, well, let's take a journey. Let's go here first, and here's where he meets the girl, and this is where they go off to, and then here's the enemy, and you know what I mean. And that stuff became more and more prevalent as time went on. So I'm not, I imagine it goes back and forth where it influenced me, and now I'm being influenced by that past exposure. But again, when no one's in here, like when no one's talking, I learned today while watching Steve stream because I was going back and forth to a game. And so when I would go back into the game and I'd look in his room and my name would disappear. Even though I was still listening and I had it on another screen because that wasn't where I'm clicking my pointer. Even though I was still in the room, it didn't show me as a person in the room. The blowers didn't start at all, but because that was after I realized that I was making my tracks way too long. Like Toby's favorite song is like 15 minutes long. And I'm like, and great if you're a DJ and you need some time, you need some time. But yeah, the thing is that you only get paid per stream. And so if you have a 15 minutes long track of people just kind of floating along, well then, you're not getting very much money out of that. And so I started shortening everything down and making it, rather than one big long track that lasted for 15 minutes, going 15 tracks that tell the same story. You know what I mean? And it made a difference. It made a big difference. That's when I got my first hit, so to speak. And when I say hit, when I my album started hitting, started getting like millions of streams because they were short and they were getting out there. And this is back before the wars and all that stuff. So it was going everywhere. Since the wars, that also has constricted the listener base. But I did over a million streams in like a year, and I was like, yeah, this rocks. And I got a few $1,000 out of it. And so I was like, okay, I can keep doing this. And then they changed the rules, the bastards. The bastards! But that's all right, because I'm doing this now. And this, I like actually having contact with my subscribers. I can get a little feedback here and there. Like the whole thing with the piss mug is fascinating to me because I never would have done that if I had not been prompted. You know what I mean? That's one of those things where, like, I said it as a joke, but every person I ask, they go, no, no, do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, all right, it doesn't hurt anybody. Why wouldn't I? I'm curious to see if that's going to be ready for tomorrow. He said it might be. So we'll see about that. And I'm pretty, overall, I'm excited to see how the week works its way out. Because there's not really too much on Thursday. He's going to work, and then he's got Friday off. We might go to the Steve Cutler live gig in person. I know, it's weird we can go in person places. And I might be able to do that on Friday night. And then I think he's working all weekend again. And then Jizz Wizard is on the 30th. But we'll see. We'll get to see Toby's video. We'll get to see the piss mug t-shirt. See how well that comes out. I got lots of stuff to be excited about. But when I think about those leaf blowers, they are very calming. Even when I use my own leaf blower, I'm like, it's a very zen experience for me. Jizz Wizard, that's a show I'm doing, which may or may not be recorded, but it's pretty funny. We'll see how it works out. That's at the end of June, top of July. And then I imagine people are going to be blowing things up. Ooh, maybe I can, maybe I'll talk to G about that. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then I'm sure we got Friday, that's streaming with Maddie for the first time. That's going to be the first exploration of WoW. So despite not really, and that'll be in the morning, I'll be doing that. There's so much going on. Of my own creation, I might add. Something I tell my mother all the time is she gets stuff, she makes plans, and it involves a lot of work, And then she goes, "Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this." And then I look at her and I go, "Didn't you create all this?" She goes, "Yes." Hey, we're gonna see how it runs. He's gonna be playing with me on the stream. I mean, I think I can do. I don't know if we can do two separate. I mean, if we gotta, we'll figure it out. But right, as far as I know, he's just gonna be kind of leading me, and I'm gonna be the face on the stream, I guess. I mean, the thing is just getting in there and seeing what we can do first. Supposedly, I have to download apps. I hate apps, but we'll see. I'm sure at some point. I mean, because if he's playing, he's probably got a headset and a webcam and all that stuff too. But we'll see. We'll see how that runs. But it is stuff to look forward to, regardless of whether he's seen or unseen. It's something. I mean, everyone seems to be enthusiastic about it. Because if it were just me, I'd be like, eh. But everyone was like, yeah, no, do it, do it, do it. All right. I'll go where the wind pushes. I will follow the wind blowing. I'm letting the universe breathe. I'm trying to pick up clues along the way. Trying to listen to the ground. Knocking on the sky, listening to the sound. Yeah, he's never smoked marijuana. Jinx! How are you operating? Are you operating within established parameters? Didn't you leave in a huff? Didn't you leave all upset last time? Bad. You mean bad that I just farted? I did. I did just fart. It's terrible. It smells worse than. What? Bad? Why bad? If you were here, you'd know why it's bad. Luckily, the air conditioner's pushing it away from me, so I don't have to smell my own reek. Oh. So really, I've been kind of not picking per se, but Jinx can't give a straight answer, so I've been picking on Jinx, and so Jinx I think is very upset. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Just now? Well, that's very sad. I've had that happen to me twice in my life, where my family pet had passed on. If it happened 10 minutes ago, why are you here? You should be grieving bringing your dog to the. You know what I mean? You got to attend to things. You can't just run away from the pain. And I mean that's very sad. But surely you must have family to console you. That's that's very sad. That's a downer. That's not don't worry, be happy. That's a true downer. That sucks. So hard to keep a happy room. But 13 years, that's a long life for a dog too. Most of the bigger breeds, they're lucky if they see 10. Generally have hip problems and stuff. Not to be too dispassionate, but I mean, I went through that. In fact, man's best friend, nature's only sin, was not giving me more time. Man's best friend, nature's only sin, was not giving me more time with him. Man's best friend. Wake up in the morning to find his gentle hand sitting there across my neck. His nose next to my head. I should find those lyrics. Man's best friend, nature's only sin, is not giving me more time. More time with him. Man's best friend. Wake up in the morning to find his gentle head laying there across my neck. Uh, his paw next to my head. I'd open up my eyes and even lick my face and get me up, and we'd spend some time all in that place. Man's best friend. I'm gonna have to dig that up. It's very sad though. Hello there, Jeff Noah. It is a glorious Wednesday. Wednesday. And Jinx has had a heartbreak. So we feel bad for Robot Jinx. Assuming that it happened at all. Well, you're here. Pick us up. Come on. Make us smile. Make us laugh. Tell us a joke. You got a joke. You got something you can tell us to make us laugh. Oh, I'll tell you, the heat wave might be over, but it's still 82 degrees Fahrenheit and the sun's down. So it's balmy. It's very balmy. Okay, I'm very close to ending the stream just so I can take off my shirt. And although I have streamed topless before, I like corgis. I make trophies in my attic, but I used to make yachts in my attic. Guess why I stopped? The sales were going through the roof. You win. You win. I give. See, I'm a Cocker Spaniel man, an American Cocker Spaniel man. All the dogs I had that stuck around were American Cocker Spaniels. That's my breed of choice. All three of my dogs, my best family dog and the two dogs I owned myself, were both American Cocker Spaniels. Every last one of them were glorious. And although they passed, and I was very sad, I'm very grateful to the time that I was able to have with those dogs. They were awesome dogs. Very, very smart, very loving, very, very protective of me, which was good and bad at the same time. Mostly good. Get nippy when, like, my dog could tell if I was like enduring someone and I didn't really like them, and so it would nip at him. I say, get away from my dad. So that's, yeah. There's a little story from my past. But hey, all things come to pass. Sure, that's why I'm so grateful for this, because there will come a time when I will not be streaming and when I will not be doing this anymore, and I'm enjoying this process. So I'm trying to stay in the moment as much as I can and be grateful for all the folks that have been coming through, and you know, like it surprised me the first day that I ever got a super chat. I was like, people are actually gonna tip me a little bit. Like, I get it when you're busking in the street, but doing it virtually was very, very unique. And now to have, G-Force members, and to have, and to be moving shirts and doing all the stuff, it's been an interesting journey. And I think going in the right direction. And the fact that it keeps building, and that more of this community keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That people, from here going into Steve Cutler's room, and people from Steve Cutler's room coming over here and saying hello. It's it's nice to see how all that comes together. All right, bye, Chinks. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay strong. Yeah, well, I mean, how can things go well? Things can't get much, you know what I mean? Short of you know. But again, agency. If we dwell upon it, it will not do any good. Dwelling is something that can consume a person. You dwell on a negative, it can eat you alive. The important thing is to have control over your own agency and go, you know what? Yes, it's sad, but there's a time for me to grieve, and that time is later, or at the appropriate time. But you got to know. You got to read the room. You got to read the environment. You got to read the universe. That's important, because that helps keep you and everything around you in balance. And that's the only way to proceed, is with a little bit of balance in your own brain, your own agency, your own cognitive abilities. It will help you as you proceed through with your life. Okay, lecture over. Uh, and with that, I think, I think that upbeat message. It's time for me to step off for the night. I'm gonna have a few more beers, and I'm gonna say night night myself. It's been, again, another full day. It's been an interesting day, and Well, I'm glad you guys got your t-shirts. So stoked about that. Excited to see Toby's video tomorrow too. Things are gonna get good. But until then, right now I'm gonna go bye bye. Thank you again. Oh my love, my